We do have to get you. I do this to you pretty much every episode, but we got to get you on a soundbite. Look, Tennessee fans, after seeing that performance from Joe Milton, we've seen it in the comments here. We want to Nico. We want to see Nico address that. Just briefly and.
All right, so and I'm gonna answer it with a question. And this is a genuine question, and I would like fans to comment, and I would like you to answer the same thing. If I gave you the stat line, the exact same stat line, blank name, how are you feeling from 21 to 33, 228, and 2 touchdowns? No, just blank. I'm just asking a question. Blank name. Does not matter who.
It's a fair point.
The blankness says it all. That's all I'm trying to get at. Yes, and I said this earlier. That's where people they come back on. Oh, you're right. Hey, you don't always. Yes, you want yards after catch. Yak. That's where quarterbacks get all their yards. But if you're an SEC team and number 9 in the country like we are, we still have to. It may be a back shoulder catch, but you still make those catches and you go down. You see what I'm getting at? So if those throws are 5 yards behind, then I'm not saying that at all. I'm going, dude, what are we doing? But they genuinely hit their back shoulder and hit their hands. Now, there were some that were high. I get it. That's not what I'm getting at.
It wasn't perfect.
But not all of them were. So, I mean, and Brandon comes in and says mediocre. Well, mediocre, that's actually Hall of Fame numbers in the NFL. So, statistically speaking, over the course of the NFL, 65% completion percentage and averaging right around 228 to 250 yards a game. Now, obviously, that was one game. You can't say it was mediocre. Now, in today's world, that's what we think. Right? But we're used to now with Heupel having the deep ball presence. That's all I'm getting at. That's where I think all of our confusion is coming in. Right? And somebody said the high throws, footwork, their comments are going so fast. Footwork, or how does he fix it? Well, I did say this a couple years ago, right before he got pulled for Hendon. It's more shoulders than anything. Yes, footwork has a lot to do with it. But if you watch his shoulders, sometimes he dips his shoulder a little bit. And when you dip your shoulder, your arm gets dislodged out from your normal slot position. If you get dislodged and your hips get ahead of you, it's very technical. But he gets going so quick sometimes. That's all. And sometimes I think it's the old, like Michael Vick, for instance. Michael Vick literally used to be like, I would wait until they were open and throw it rather than throw them open. Because he knew he could, the cliche that they used to try to say about John Elway, throw it through a car wash without getting it wet. That was Michael Vick. I've never seen a dude, side note, true story. His rookie year, they're at Furman for camp. I go down, me and my dad go down. Guy runs a 12-yard curl route. So 12 yards, curl back inside, come back to the ball. Chin strap's buckled. No, like fully on. Hits him under the chin strap, takes his helmet from here to there. Like genuinely knocked this dude's helmet halfway off with a pass. Right? Never seen an arm that strong in person myself. Sometimes I do think that Joe gets himself in trouble by going, what if this happens? But if you notice our offense, what was Hendon last year as well? Wait, ball. And the reason why is you have to see where our guys are going because they're all option routes. There's pros and cons of every system. That's the con of our system. We have to make sure that they're running the quote unquote angle that you're wanting. Yes, I just wish he would be quote unquote more consistent with it, but I do think that hurts because all these receivers that he's throwing to were not starters last year. Neither was he. But that does play a role because they didn't get the meaningful reps in a game to know which way to run the route.
I do also agree with this point from Mr. Jones right here. He says no one fears Joe running right now. I think
I agree with that. I agree with that.
They know he can run. They feared Hooker running the ball. because he could bust open a broken play. He was genuinely a threat with his legs. And Joe just he can run. He looks like he doesn't want to. That's what.
Do you know what I think though? Hendon's got a stronger arm, Joe's got a stronger arm than Hendon, and Hendon was like, "Oh, too late, I gotta go." Joe goes, "I can get that in there." That's just my opinion on it. That's the way I look at it from the quarterback perspective by going, one more second and I can get it in there. Hendon's like, "Screw this, I'm out." Neither one's wrong if it works, if that makes sense. Like, as long as it works, you're going, no. Yes. If it doesn't work from the coach side, you're going, you should have done the opposite. You know what I mean? Like, you should have ran it or you should have thrown it. But that's why I think he doesn't run as much, is because he knows he can make the throw. But the negative of that for us is our O-line's going to have to hold up an extra whole second now.
Yeah.
It does put more. It does put more. It does put a lot more stress on our O-line this year, because he is going to stay in the pocket for one whole second extra now.
Still only one sack tonight from Austin Peay. I mean, that's Austin Peay. You would hope they have 0, but
and that was the one that we whiffed at center. Dude made a good swim move. Tailback made a business decision. Was like, he's 330. I'm not. Nothing I can do about that. You could tell he was not getting in the way. But I mean, still, once again, we still won. There's just always going to be things to clean up, and we can nitpick back and forth all day long. I'm always going to, until next week and we see the game plan, I'm still going to be curious why we just didn't throw anything over 18 yards.
I am very, very interested to see the game plan they come in with against Florida, because if they just open the playbook suddenly and they're just bombing it over the top, I think we'll know. We'll have our suspicions confirmed, obviously.
Yes. If not, then we're going, why?
Yeah, exactly. Then our suspicions of kind of what I said, where there's maybe distrust there with Heupel and the receivers and quarterback right now, and maybe it is some kind of communication breakdown. I don't know. Hopefully it's not that. Hopefully they just come through. Let's finish with this. Coming up on 45 minutes. Does Tennessee win? Will the Vols walk into the swamp, in your opinion, and come out with a victory?
Yes.
Why? I'll ask you that.
I genuinely just think we're a better team. And we haven't been able to say that often lately. But I just genuinely think we're a better team. Now, yes, do we have holes? Yes. We've got to shore up our punt team. We can't have 25-yard punts, right? Especially SEC team cannot have 25-yard punts. We got to shore that up. But we definitely need a big play on special teams to happen in the return game, some way, shape, or form, to give us that random starting position on the 35-yard line going in, or we got to steal a possession. We need the random surprise onside kick, something like that, just to regain momentum. Because I remember in 2007 against Alabama, opening kickoff, Saban just surprise onside kicks us, and next thing you know, we get our ass kicked. Because it's just it's that random deflated. You're like, what? That type of stuff. Yeah. And so I'm not saying we open the game with a surprise onside. I'm saying we got to steal a possession somehow, whether it's a fake punt, right? Make sure we get a good return, a couple good returns to get us in positive field position. But I do think we're just genuinely the better team from top to bottom.
We shall see. I'll use this moment to promote my own show Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then obviously the replay will be on YouTube and on the A to Z Sports Podcast Network feed there. But myself, Zach Reagan, we have Big Orange Podcast, which is just our weekly show every Monday. Again, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, live on this YouTube channel if you're watching it there. And we'll give our full score breakdown, prediction, preview, yada, yada, yada. You can find that there. And I'll say if I agree or not, but it's certainly the game that makes me nervous.
If we want to make everybody happy, yeah. No, dude, we're good. We got this. If we want to make everybody happy, though, Texas is beating Alabama.
They score again. They scored another touchdown.
It's 20-16.
Ooh, Texas had a lead late last year too. Lest we forget.
True, but they also don't have Bryce Young.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, we already said it. It doesn't seem like Milroe's that guy, but I can tell you. Here's a prediction that I know will be true. Radlin Snap Whiskey is going to be my friend next week. That's what's going to end up happening. Win, lose, it doesn't matter.
I may be on the show by myself next week.
Yeah, I'll be on the floor. Something that is for sure. Charlie Burris. That is Jonathan Crompton. Thank you to everybody.